afternoon or evening or whenever you're getting to watch this
Hi, everybody.
wonderful edition of The Radke Show.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, I didn't set my little timer, so we're going to have to watch it. But good morning, and Sheppy says hello. Sheppy was by himself this weekend. No, he really wasn't. We had a house sitter. But hey, look at your screen right now, David. Look at your screen right now. Look, hold on. Keep looking at it. Keep looking. When you look away, it does it, but when you look right at it, it doesn't. Why does things like that always happen? Hi, everybody. Say good morning to Shepherd. Good morning.
He don't like all that.
Oh, brother. Okay, I let you down. All right. Good morning, everybody. How are y'all? Hope that you guys are doing good this Monday morning. I would like to know, just because I have Dr. Derek Shepherd start the show with me sometimes, he's going to be a regular guest. What's your animal's name? I would like to know what your pet's name is, even if it's like something stupid like a chinchilla. Okay? Or, you know, I don't know, like a hermit crab.
What is a chinchilla?
That's weird, but
is it furry?
I don't know, but Beyonce wears them sometimes.
That has a fur.
She has a song where she says a chinchilla coat. So, yes. Okay.
Peter doesn't care for that.
No. So, what is your pet's name? That is our icebreaker question. Look up there. Look up there. No, it's not doing it right now, but I promise you.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I do have to figure out why that is.
Okay, we have Zeke and Daisy.
It's right there.
Oh, okay. Chloe and Bentley. Okay, whoever. Those are fancy dog names. Those are fancy names. Lily, Kylie, Maximus, Buddy, Sadie, Mina, Kitty, and Delilah, Izzy, and Willow. Here's what's funny. They're not telling us what they are. We should try to guess. I'm guessing Izzy and Willow are dogs, but I'm guessing Mina, Kitty, and Delilah are cats. Bandit Blue is a blue heeler. Daisy Sue is a basset. I have 2 pit bulls, Harley May and Remy K. What? Why do people keep naming their dogs Remy? Bodie's for sure a dog. Penelope, Lucille, and Magnolia May. Penny Lou and Maggie May. That's cute. Dexter and Lucy. Benji and Blue Biscuit. I like that. Gumbo and Marley and Chunk. Those are for sure dogs. Dobby and Dumplin'. 2 long-haired Dachshunds, Fifi, Stanley and Olive, Lucky Rose, Zoe and Jake. This is so cute. Lucy, Chumba, and Mickey, Bristol, Sparky, Roscoe, and Riley. I'm just going to tell you guys, some of you have a lot of animals. Some of you are like, da, 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 and da. That is a lot of animals right there. So we have Shepherd, Nashville, Tennessee when he's bad, and Frankie Jane, and then we have Harriet the outside cat that kills everything. But we call her Dirty Harry because she just looks for things to roll in. So Dirty Harry's outside.
But isn't it funny? Anytime we see her, she's not dirty. But when
I always see her dirty.
Oh,
and if I pet her, it just dust goes everywhere.
But like if she's outside and you walk up to her, she'll just drop and start rolling in dirt.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like when I walk up to her, I see her like covered in dirt.
I feel like I see her covered in dirt all the time. It's because you don't ever take care of her, and I do. That's not even sort of true. That's not even sort of true. Well, anyway, happy Monday, everybody. What did you do this weekend, Radke?
Well, you know, I had some very, very good quality family time, riding in a vehicle, staying in a hotel, even more than staying in a hotel, staying in double beds in a hotel. That'll bring it close together.
When you say double beds, do they think that they are queen beds?
No, a queen's a queen and a double's a double.
Okay, I've never heard of it called a double. I've heard of a queen and I've heard of a full.
You know, now that you say it's funny, the only time I hear
is in regards to a hotel.
Is in a hotel. So maybe, are those technically full beds and just in hotels they call them doubles? Because there's 2 of them?
Okay, because the hotel we were in this weekend, I'm gonna tell you right now, unless I'm gonna go run myself over with a car, because I have not only put back on all my weight, but even then some.
Oh,
that had to be a full, because that was not a queen. Unless David and I have just, at a rapid growth, gained weight.
I feel like Stephanie may be in the biz because she said we call it a full. That made me think like we in the biz also call it a full.
Okay.
So it is those are interchangeable evidently, a double and a full.
A double and a full, okay. I've never heard it called a double anywhere outside of a hotel room. Those were fulls. And I'm not trying to be picky about where we stay, but I don't want to stay in places with full beds anymore. We're not a small people. We're not a small family. Our children are also not small. They're tall. I don't want to do that. So unless you can get me 2 king-size beds in one room, I'm not interested in going.
Well,
okay.
There's only one place I know of, and I'm sure there's others. There's only one place I know of that has double king-size beds.
Now, what are you saying, double king-size bed?
Two king-size beds, double meaning, two king-size beds.
In a room.
In a room, and it is the Westin.
And so therefore I'm telling you.
At the Galleria.
Hear me, and hear me loudly and clear. I'm not interested in going unless I'm staying in a Westin.
But I don't think all Westins have that. I think that's the Westin at the Galleria in Houston. And because we were visiting TCU, that would have been a little bit of a drive to do that. But I'm going to go ahead and do this, and I don't know if I've done this before, but I was a bit on the upset side when we pulled in on Friday night.
I was going to tell them.
Rocco had a golf match on Friday afternoon, so we couldn't leave to head toward Fort Worth until he was finished. So we pulled into Fort Worth 10:30. Walked into the Courtyard Marriott. This is the Courtyard Marriott on I-30 near, what is it, NSA, JR, something like that. Anyway, so we stayed with Marriott a lot. Decided I was going to use some points. Don't always take advantage of the points. I was going to use some points and booked the room, scheduled it, all as well. I do want to say I've never had a problem with Marriott. They've taken great care of us. This in particular hotel, and not even the guy working.
Get to it, Radke.
The guy working, he was just doing what he was told. But what had happened was we had a room with 2 queen beds.
Oh, we did?
Yes, that's what was booked.
Oh,
so see now we kind of got hosed twice. So we had a room with 2 queen beds.
Okay.
Covered with points and then like $50 or something like that. So anyway, I have no idea how long whatever card has been on file is even on my Marriott. I've used it for years and years. So anyway, they decide earlier in the evening that they're going to go ahead and run the card, and he swears they weren't trying to check us in, they were just trying to pre-authorize whatever, and evidently it was an old card, so the card did not go through. So instead of going, well, they'll be here in a little bit or we'll cancel the reservation, they canceled it immediately. They canceled it immediately, sold that 2 queen room to someone else for a full rate, not points. Then when I got there, they had no rooms left, but 2 handicap rooms that were also double beds. And they couldn't honor my points because they had canceled it, and that's only done online. I call BS. I've been with Marriott a long time. I'm sure a card has expired or whatever before, and they wait, and you get there and you put your card down. They canceled the room because they wanted to resell it at full price to someone that was standing there. That's why they canceled it. Then they gave us a double room.
When he's done telling the story, I'll tell mine.
Anyway, so so the guy, he wasn't very helpful. He was a younger guy. He couldn't do much. He did give me a relatively good rate, so that was the only thing. But
are you done?
Well, I assure
Are you done with this?
I'm done with it for these people.
I'm not.
I'm not done.
You're going to notice that mine is a little bit of a different take on this story.
I'm not done with Mary, I can assure you.
We have 2 children. One of them will run headfirst into confrontation. She has 0 problem with that. The other one will run like he's on fire away from it at all costs. I'm a little more like him. Daughter's a little more like him, okay? She is over at a different part of the hotel watching Transformers in the lobby, okay? She doesn't even know that this is going on. Rocco and I are sitting there at the front. When he goes outside to get his Marriott reward points or something, I don't know where he went, comes back in, and I know he's mad. And when David walks in and immediately leans over the desk like this, okay, I know my back is to him, but I see him walk in and I know there's going to be trouble. And Rocco goes, oh my gosh, I'm getting sick at my stomach. And I said, just let Dad handle it. Because these are the things I know about David. He's not going to curse and he's not going to punch anybody. So like, how bad can it get, right? But it was that bad. It was that bad.
But I didn't curse or punch anybody.
No, but I'm saying you didn't, but...
And I didn't even...
But it went there.
And I didn't even bring that boy's mother into the equation.
Y'all, it was very confrontational, and so Rocco and I were immediately, when we were in the elevator going up, I was like, I've got to have the bathroom first. He's like, I've got to have it, because we were both so sick at our stomachs. But
And what was Remy doing?
Oh, Transformers is good.
I want to come back down here and I just want to lay on that couch. I might even sleep there tonight.
It's like half a couch, half a chair. And would y'all care if I just slept down there tonight? I would, Remy. I feel like just sleeping in a lobby of a hotel in Fort Worth, it's not our best decision, but whatever. But anyway.
Tell them hang on just one second.
Okay, David says, hang on, something's happening here. Something's gonna happen, and he's gonna try something, okay, to see if it'll quit flashing, because it is flashing really bad. If y'all think that that's just you, it's not just you, okay? It didn't stop it. It just is continuing to do it. But
anything bigger is going to be a major production right now.
Okay, he said anything bigger is going to be a major production right now. So, Jenna B, let's see, hi everyone. Hi Lisa Morrissey, good morning. Okay, so anyway, we got there, but tell them about our weekend.
So anyway, yes, so just a minor little blip there. We had a incredible weekend. We got to go to take Remy to TCU, and TCU is a gorgeous campus.
It really is.
Beautiful campus, but above TCU, the weekend was made by Frank and Mary Leslie and Audrey.
Holder, who are a family in the family. They're a family in the family.
So those of you that are in the Radke family, a lot of you know Mary Leslie.
They treated us like royalty. And I'm just going to tell you, if you're going to invite me somewhere, plan on treating me like royalty.
If you are like, what's the family? I've heard of this before. I'll put a link. It's not there this second, but I'll put a link in the description where you can click on that and you can find out a little bit more. But anyway, we got to Melissa had met Mary Leslie once or maybe even twice.
Yes.
So some of y'all actually saw Mary Leslie and Audrey, I believe, in the Shep Shuttle.
The Shep Shuttle,
They were the first leg of
people
that.
to pick him up.
But so Audrey, my Lord, if you want to pattern your parenting
let's not go
based
okay.
on the result of the child, the product of the child.
No. Let's don't rise up and call them blessed just yet. Let's see how she turns out.
What an amazing girl, just as cute as she can be.
Here's the deal. So I don't. In my heart, I don't feel like you're being very dramatic with your stories. It's kind of killing me.
I'm not dramatic unless someone screw me out of a hotel room. Then I can get
that wasn't even dramatic.
Anyway, okay, I'll let you take it from here. Mary Leslie, she's the head Dutchman, I believe it's called.
Well, first of all, she'd be the oldest head Dutchman they ever did see, because you're talking about Audrey.
I'm sorry, Audrey. She's the head Dutchman.
Mary
so she's got
Leslie's
a
the head
full-
Dutchman. She leads the cheers. She gets real tired just before halftime. Okay, she's got to get down off the ladder that she's on. She's got some arthritis, but yeah, she's great. She's killing it.
Audrey, she's got a full day. She's got to be at the football game like 3 hours before. Then the entire football game, she's going nonstop. She gets up, gets dressed, gets fully ready for the game because she knows she's going to be with us, and she walks out at 9 o'clock to walk us around the entire campus to show us everything.
I told David. Now she's got some energy. She came walking out of her house, first of all. So Mary Leslie has been a member of the family for a long time, and she just emailed us several months back and just said, hey, we have tickets for that weekend. I know you're letting Remy look at schools. Audrey would be happy to show her around. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all something. If my mother had said to me, Melissa, I want you to show Ashton around the campus. She's going to come and visit Belmont.
Can I do it?
I want you to show little Ashton. I'm making up a name. I want you to show her around campus.
Can I do what the tour would look like?
This is what the tour would look like.
Ashton, it is so nice to meet you. You're interested in Belmont. It's a great school. Well, I know the cafeteria is there, and that's the student center. People say on the other side of that, there's a rec center where maybe you can work out or, I don't know, something like that. My music classes are over there. David walks in that building a lot, but you want to go get a coffee? Let's go get a coffee.
Yeah.
Tell me about your mom and them. And that's it.
I think it would have been like this. You know what, Ashton? You and I both know you don't want nobody walking you around this school. You just want to do it by yourself. So go on, girl. Go on. I'll be right here when you're done. But not Audrey. She came walking out of that house like her hair was on fire. She took off walking across that campus, and she's got legs that long, and they went so fast. And I looked back. One time, David looked back to make sure I was there, and I went just like this to him. She walked so fast. Remy kept up just fine. But I just like to say for future reference, Audrey, some people are not in the same cardiovascular shape as you.
Yeah, Audrey.
She said like this, she said, we're going to start here. We just got to go 2 blocks up. And she meant uphill. That was a problem. So right from the start, I didn't like Audrey very much.
Audrey is I mentioned a Dutchman, which is kind of a,
that just means they wear overalls.
Spirit leader. Well, they sit at the front of the student section, keeps kids, hyped up and everything, leads chants and everything.
Drunk.
Nope, has nothing to do with that. But she is also pretty hype in her sorority, and she is also a kick butt ROTC.
Yeah.
Like every morning they get up and put on a 30-pound backpack and run 6 miles. I mean, so.
Yeah. But she was really, really sweet, and she was very, 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 very good with Remy and answered all of Remy's questions. And then when we got in the bookstore where all the clothes were, Remy walked over to me and she said, Mom, I like her. I like her. I like her a lot. She's cool. I want to be like that when I'm in college. And I said, you want to put on a 30-pound bag and run 6 miles? And she said, not that part, but all the other stuff. It's like, so none of the work. I don't want to do any of the work.
I feel like Audrey started with a more pleasant base than Remy. Remy doesn't necessarily, she's a lovely girl. Remy's a lovely girl, but I wouldn't say she started with a pleasant base.
I think Remy's tour around campus would go like this. Good morning. My mom told me you were coming. Oh, David, scratch my shoulder blade.
So,
but anyway, then we went to the game.
Well, then
I'm high from here.
So when I got to meet Mary Leslie for the first time, and I'm sure I've seen her on a Zoom, and a lot of times we, see little bitty small pictures. I had realized I had been with mini Mary Leslie all morning. They look like, they don't look like twins, but they look.
Her and her daughter?
Identical.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. They look a lot alike. Yeah. But you said you thought Audrey was really cute.
Oh, I think she was a doll.
Do you think Mary Leslie's a doll?
She absolutely is.
What? Say it!
She is. Now, neither one of them are as cute as Frank. Frank, that's my man.
Frank Holder. God love him if he keeps up with Mary Leslie and Audrey. God love him.
No, I like him because His
children rise up and call him blessed.
I might be patting myself on the back a little bit, but I I thought I kind of reminded myself of Frank a little bit.
Nothing about you reminds me of Frank. He had a congenial smile on his face the entire time. I asked you to go get me a barbecue sandwich. Your eyes rolled so far back in your head, I thought you were going to fall. So nothing about you reminds me of Frank.
He was just very intelligent. He was very articulate. He had a funny, disposition and a little sarcasm and, comedic timing to him. And we could talk about sports the entire time.
I'm going to tell you, Frank Holder has probably been described a lot. But someone with comedic timing is probably never a phrase people have used. Tanya Irwin says, Remy's going to be the boss of whatever college she chooses. She going to live it up big time. Yes. Oh, yes, she is. But I will tell you this. TCU might be a contender after this weekend. She really enjoyed it. And I think we have found the size we like. Remy liked Baylor a little more than A&M because of that size, and TCU's about that same size. And so I think what we've discovered is that Remy doesn't maybe want to do A&M with 77,000 students, but she doesn't want to be like the college David and I met at that has at the most 800. Okay, so
I don't know what because this was before the TCU visit. She was talking about A&M. Like I really liked a lot about that. I think she's in this mode of.
I think so too.
Of this, which it's great. These are great schools, and for our benefit, let's see who gives her the most money.
But the whole way home, she was telling me that she didn't feel good. She's like, I don't know what is wrong with me, Mom. I'm just not feeling good. I'm not feeling good. Sunday morning, David got up really, really early. He had to be at church by 7 o'clock on Sunday morning, and I wasn't going to go until second service, so I got to sleep in a little bit. This is how I was woken up. Y'all, your kids, do they do this? Or is it just mine? Okay, and I open my eyes.
Nothing's coming out.
I open my eyes. She is standing in the doorway of my bedroom. She has gotten the door open, holding a trash can. No, she's throwing up.
Oh, she is.
And I said, I wake up and I go like this. Are you throwing up? And she said, yeah. I said, did you just want me to know? She said, yeah. I said, all right. Well, I know now. Head on back to the bathroom. She just comes out so I'll know about it. Both of my kids are that way. They need to know that I know. And I've asked myself if I was that way, but I used to go in that very same hallway bathroom, because this is the house I grew up in, and I would vomit so loud to make sure that they knew I was sick.
That's what I was going to say. The kids just need to do what I do. I don't have to go stand in the doorway for you to know I'm sick.
We can hear you.
The whole house is going to know when I'm sick.
But she wasn't feeling very good until she woke up Sunday morning. She's got a sore throat, throwing up, and she was just pretty much in pajamas all day long. She woke up just fine this morning. But I don't know, just something kind of hit her. And but we had a really, really great weekend. Came back, had a wonderful church service on Sunday. And, I haven't talked much about this with you guys, but I think it's high time I tell y'all. My son has been seeing someone for about 3.5 months, a little girl, and they're going steady and they're going strong. And she just comes over and she came over Sunday morning before church. We take her to church. She spends the whole rest of the day with us. Now her family's really active at another church, but she likes our series that we're doing at church right now. So she'll come and go with us for a little, couple of times. And she's just a part of the family. Now I will say this. Yesterday, Shep chose to poop in the sunroom, or as David likes to call it, his brick. What do you call it? His big brick toilet.
His big brick toilet.
He keeps pooping in the sunroom. We thought it might be kind of nice to raise kids who are fans of subtlety. And so like when the guest is over and they see that he's pooped, maybe perhaps say,
hey, go find something to watch. I'll be right back. I'm going to get a drink.
Oh, okay. And then you would go and you would pick up the poop and you would put it in the trash. You would get rid of it, dispose of it, and your guest would be none the wiser. But that isn't how our kids are, okay? This is Rocco. Dang, that dog did a deuce. Okay? So that's what he says. I hear him. I'm down the hall. I'm fixing my hair, and I hear a boy yell out, dang, that dog dropped a deuce. okay? And then I hear someone scream. I go down the hall, I go, what in the world is it? And it's Taylor. And she said, Miss Melissa, I'm so sorry, but Rocco picked up that poop and he started shaking it around and it fell in my hair. And he is so much like David.
You just said that y'all two were. You just said that y'all two were more alike.
So they've been dating 3.5 months, and I'm assuming it should be wrapped up by now.
I think it's pretty serious if she didn't.
If she hasn't left him by now.
If she didn't punch him in the nose. He did say, I said, dude, what are you doing, bud? I mean, this was this morning because I had just found out about it. I said, dude, what are you doing? He goes, I was just being silly, like I wouldn't like putting it in her hair. I was just going like this, and she kind of pushed back, and when I did, my arm just kind of like this, and a little piece of it came out. He said it wasn't the whole thing.
I said, okay, I didn't understand that. I thought it was the whole thing. She should be fine then.
I really like her.
I do too.
She is cute. She is sweet.
I didn't want to.
She is smart.
And it's not her thing. Anybody he would have dated. I didn't want to like him, but she is. Actually, we're kind of big fans.
We might already start. We might be liking her more than him.
But y'all, have any of y'all on here? Are any of y'all the product? Like your marriage is the product of meeting someone in high school? So she's a sophomore, he's a freshman. Is anybody in here I was the high school sweethearts, anybody? Or maybe you have kids who married their high school sweethearts. Like, where are the testimonies of this? Okay, because I know it's only been 3.5 months, but, people will say to me things like, oh, it happens, Melissa. I mean, does it? Does it really? If she's in it for the win, Sweet Rocco is the prize. Oh, that's sweet. I just was wondering, because
Pat Martin, slow your roll, sister.
Ain't that what?
She surely typed are there any Radke grandbabies in the future before she heard he's a freshman, he's a sophomore.
Diane Smith says, yeah, my first marriage. Okay, that's not very uplifting for me to.
We do know a couple of people. It's so foreign to us, and we've tried to tell Rocco, because Rocco is a romantic.
Stephanie Summers, I was 13, he was 12, been together 31 years.
Wow.
I'm married to the boy I was dating when he was 13 and I was 15. Sam and I have been together since we were 16. My first was, but you don't want that testimony. And another person, yes, my first marriage, which was short-lived.
Okay, so I'm getting a trend. Those are...
No, don't think that.
I'm teasing. We know a couple.
Sam and Emily, definitely not. So.
Well, we know a couple. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking of Amy and Jeremy. They were like maybe even junior high sweethearts.
Who's Amy and Jeremy?
Ross.
Oh yeah.
I think they might have even been junior high sweethearts.
But Sean and Heather they went to 7th grade prom together.
Oh,
they never looked back.
That's right.
They got 4 kids, happily married.
Anyway, we've tried to tell Rocco, because Rocco, he is a romantic. He is sweet. He's emotional. Like, buddy, we know you like her, and this hadn't been recently, but statistically, the chances are you're probably going to have a couple of girlfriends, and so don't, be careful to not give your heart away and those kind of things. But
too late.
Yeah, it is.
Remy's like, I'm not going to be tied down. But she's a real.
And Remy likes her too, which I can tell you, if Rocco admits it or not, is important to Rocco.
Yeah, Remy does like her. So yesterday, as y'all know, I come home from church and I immediately go to bed. I take my Sunday afternoon nap, and I was awoken by Remy running in the room with Taylor. Rocco was at a golf tournament. Taylor just stays, and her and Remy hang out. They love each other. And they run and jump on the bed, and Remy says, Mom, we've got something we want to talk to you about. And so I say, okay, that's great. It's a fun way to wake up from a nap. They have made big plans for this coming weekend, because it's the fall and the weather here is changing and everybody wants to go out and be outside. And a little boy that Remy has been talking to, he lives out of town, he's driving in to see her this weekend. And so they're going to have a double date weekend. And I wanted to ask you guys a question. They are talking about they're going to have a double date weekend, and when Radke gets here, I know that's a name, right? Remy and Rocco. I don't like that name. I don't like that name.
Would you like Remy Radke?
But I like Remy Radke, but I don't like Radke. That's not a good name. And then Taylor and Rocco, they're going to get together on Friday evening, and they're going to all bake Halloween cookies, and then they're going to eat their Halloween cookies while they watch a scary movie. And then they're going to all go back to their respective little corners and go to bed. And they're going to wake up Saturday morning, and they're going to drive to the pumpkin patch.
Not here.
No, Dad. They're going to go to the pumpkin patch. And they're going to come home from the pumpkin patch, and they're going to eat lunch, and they're going to paint pumpkins. And then after they paint pumpkins, they're going to get dressed a little warmer, and they're going to go have dinner, and then they're going to go to the haunted house together. And it's going to be a weekend full of big plans.
It's going to be booze and booze. Get it? Did you get that?
There's no booze.
Huh?
Booze, B-O-O-S, not B-O-O-S-E, right? What is, how do you spell booze?
No, like.
You did a dad joke in the middle of my story, and you got, finish it now.
Now, if you said that, you'd be, that's so funny and clever.
Booze and booze. My mother-in-law watches this, and she's going to think we're letting the kids drink.
Not booze, boo, like, hey, boo, you're my boo.
Oh, and then scary boo?
Yeah, like, you my boo.
I'm sorry. What did you think people would say when you said booze?
Oh, I got what you're saying.
Okay.
My boo and booze.
Anywho, y'all, I've got 2 of the 4 kids. 2 of the 4 belong to me. Is it up to me to pay for this? I'm asking, this is a legit question. Because if Taylor is Rocco's girlfriend, am I supposed to pay for this pumpkin patch and all this eating out and all these pumpkins that they're going to buy? And the haunted house that she's got to get in? And the dinner she got to eat? And the cookies that they got to make?
I think Rocco needs
and
to
Remy is mine, so I got to pay for her. Do I have to pay for Rocco since he's our guest? He's coming in town? Have I got to pay for all 4 of these children? How does that go? What's the etiquette there?
I feel like that's I feel like we probably need to. Now, Radke, I don't know Radke real well, but
They thought booze. I thought you had just lost your mind. Alcohol, David.
Sorry, that is not what I meant. I got it.
Probably, they're saying probably.
I like him because he is a hard worker. I mean, he plays all kind of sports and works all kind of jobs, and just he's a good worker. I like that. Remy seeing that.
Rocco pays for her, so we pay for her. Radke pays for Remy. Teach them the word Dutch. Remy's guy should pay for some of Remy's stuff. He'll try. That's not an issue. Yeah, it's R-Y-K-A-N. That's not a good name. I'm not going to call him that either. I'm just going to call him Ryan.
Or what about just what's another name that we just Chuck? Let's just come.
Yeah, I'm just going to call him Bert. But you should honor him. He may try to pay for his portion, but you should honor him as your guest.
Yeah,
we are screwed this weekend. Is what we are. Screwed. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I want him out, but it'll be nice to have him out of the house. So that's,
I know, but we also have a wedding and a surprise birthday party to go to this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Good grief, it's going to be a big weekend for the Radkes. I'm already dreading it. It's on Monday.
I hope you didn't ruin it for anybody.
Well, I didn't. Anyway, that was our weekend, and there's absolutely nothing else to talk about. Nothing else happened. Nothing else happened on Sunday. We don't want to talk about anything else that happened. So have a great day. We will see y'all tomorrow, right?
I guess you just...
There's nothing else I want to talk about.
We did talk a lot this morning. We have ran out of decaf.
No, there's one other thing, but you could. I'm kind of mad at you today. I feel like you're not playing along with anything.
I'm sorry. There's a couple of things. The flickering is in the back of my mind that I got to get that.
Does Remy's boo have a job? Yes, he does. He works at the big old HEB, and he is working at College Station, and he's worked at HEB for 5 years.
3 years.
I thought you said 5 years.
No, just celebrated 3 years.
3 years.
How old do you think the kid is?
I don't know.
Yes. So, I'm sorry, I got the flicker in the back of my mind. The other thing I was going to say is, we have ran out of decaf coffee. You know how you always go, make a big old pot of coffee, and then you don't ever drink it, and so much get wasted. So I ran out before my coffee comes in. Here's the point. I have taken my meds, as well as had a cup of coffee with caffeine. So I think this is why I have been on the chatty side. But do not let that chattiness confuse you that we're heartbroken that the Astros lost. Now,
I'm not heartbroken.
It's game
I'm
one.
mad.
It's game one. It's game one.
Seething.
It's game one. They always play good in the afternoon. They also play good in other people's stadiums, so we're liable to win the next 4 straight. But it was a good game. It was a great pitching game. Just Rangers won 2-0.
I went to bed with my lip quivering. I was very upset. I was very, very upset. But
and the thing is, the people that really beat us, the Rangers are a good team. That's why they're at. But Montgomery got traded away because he wasn't a good enough pitcher.
Well, clearly he was.
I think he's pretty good. Of course, those Yankees are always so good with talent evaluation. Then you've got the Evan, what is his name? The left fielder. Carter. Dude. He is like running all over the field. He's like that one kid.
I've never wanted somebody to get hit by a bus so bad.
He's like that one kid in Little League that's on a team where no one else can play, so he runs and tries to do everything.
And he can.
And he does. And then the guy with the homer, I'm going to totally forget his name, Tally maybe.
Tavares.
He hit his first postseason home run. So it wasn't even the big names that got us. But anyway, it's going to be a great series.
Y'all, several of y'all are saying, wait, who's this boy? We don't know what you're talking about.
This is very chill.
To tell y'all.
Well, this is very chill. They're just getting to know each other.
We hadn't wanted to tell y'all because it's kind of embarrassing. Okay, but this is the story in a nutshell. The week that we went to A&M, Remy met up with a friend to go sit in the student section at the football game. One of Remy's very dearest friends here in Lufkin, they go to school together. Her older sister goes to A&M. And the older sister said, sure, you can go and sit with me in the student section for the game. So Remy met up with her and they went and sat down. And a truckload of boys came and sat down in their seats. And this little boy is sitting right beside Remy. And Remy said, we talked briefly. Like it was just like, hi, how are you? Oh, I'm good. And then the game started, and then Remy said it was a little bit of like, how long have you gone here? Oh, actually, I'm just kind of visiting. I'm checking out the school. How long have you gone here? Oh, my first year. Cool. That was it. But there was a boy in front of Remy that kept turning around and trying to talk to her. And Remy said, I could tell he was drunk. He was slurring all of his words.
Clearly, he was from Alabama, not Texas A&M.
This guy right here was not saying anything. He wasn't involved until the boy just kind of wouldn't leave Remy alone a little bit. Remy was laughing it off. It wasn't a big deal. And so he gets involved. He's like, hey, dude, I don't know that she wants to talk to you. Plus, you're kind of not making a lot of sense. You want to turn around? And the guy wouldn't turn around, but he wasn't saying anything inappropriate. So at this point, Radke they start laughing about it. But finally, Radke says, hey, dude, are you okay? You're looking a little green. Are you about to be sick? If you're going to be sick, turn around the other way. Turn around the other way. And Remy said, like that. The guy throws up. And he just throws up all at our feet. Just all at our feet. It's at my feet and it's at Radke's feet, and it's horrible. It's horrible and it stinks and it's terrible. And then Radke looks at Remy and he says, welcome to A&M. Welcome to your first Aggie football game. It's great, isn't it? And she says, my parents are sitting, they actually have really, really good seats. So I think I'm just going to go sit with them. And because they have a seat for me, because this smells terrible. And he goes, yeah, I wish your parents had a seat for me. And she said, well, I can check. And there was a seat available where we were.
Just somebody sitting
An
there.
empty seat. So Remy says, can I bring a friend down? I'll explain to you when we get there. So she says, if you really are interested in watching the game, you can come and sit down there, because this is disgusting. So he does, because he ain't no idiot. Have you seen Remy?
And
And Sonora did too.
Elena, yeah, Sonora.
And so they come down and they sit and they just talk the entire game. And he's as sweet as he can be. And that's the end of the story. They've never stopped talking. They've not seen each other again. They talk, they FaceTime.
Yesterday.
She wanted him to come in this weekend, but I'm so glad he didn't.
This is just where we're living at. They got to see a movie together yesterday, but he's not here. So I guess it's Netflix where you're able to somehow watch a movie together. And so they watched a movie together, and she set the phone up, and so they watched the movie and kind of talked. And
so his face is in the corner and her face is in the corner, and then the movie is on the screen, and it's the day and time we're living in is absolutely like, what in the world? We used to have to call each other on the phone from the kitchen, and everybody could hear us talk.
Remember that long cord that would stretch out?
And you'd try to stretch it outside of it. It would barely stretch. You could close the door. But yeah, so so they are this will be the first weekend that she's seen him again. And so right now it's very, very casual, but he seems like a really sweet kid. We'll see. I don't know that it's going to go anywhere, but anyway. You guys have a wonderful day. Tell them what tomorrow is in case they have a hot topic. Tomorrow is Hot Topics. It's Tuesday, so if you have a hot topic and you want to send something in, you certainly can to Melissa at melissaradke.com. And then don't forget that Wednesday is We're Here For You Wednesday. Send us any question you have. We'll be glad to handle it for you. So have a wonderful day, you guys, and we will see you later.
Thursday things and Pop Culture Friday.
That's right. And don't forget the golden moment.
See you
He's
guys.
not been with us for the last 47 seconds.
Well, and we're not doing...
Bye, David!
We're not doing Hot Topics anymore. But anyway, we will see you tomorrow, though.
Bye, y'all. We aren't doing Hot Topics. What in the world?
There's always another side. There's always another perspective. So over the weekend, this came up on the side of my nose. It's so big that David and I are starting to look at baby names for it. But if I just think about this and I just obsess about this is all I see. But if I look at it from a different perspective, like I could have this and be 16. That would be horrible. Starting to make this look a little better. How are you looking at things? See you tomorrow.